everyone, Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream, glad you could make it today. So, we've got some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. The... Apparently I need to cough. The second case, Reunion and Turnabout. Last time we made it through the first court day by proving it was possible that Maya wasn't actually there when the murder happened. Now we've just really got to try and figure out how we're getting through the rest of this. And we've got a couple of Cyclops we need to break. One of those on Pearl and one of them on Eeny Meeny. And I still think I'm missing something for those that I need to go find. I actually took a look at a guide before today to try and figure out what I was missing, which I think is in here. So, hello Nick, hello Drag, how you doing? Except I can't see the thing that I'm apparently supposed to be examining. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's something here. How am I? I'm okay. I'm still suffering a little bit. I got a migraine after Friday's stream, and I'm not entirely recovered. My head still hurts a bit. Other than that, I'm good. Is there anything we can talk to Pearl about? Yes, Pearl's alibi. But I need to know what Pearl was doing. Unless I'm looking at the wrong part of this guide. Yeah, I may need to go back and talk to Maya. Hello, Carl. How are you doing? Yep, I needed to go talk to Maya. That's what I was missing. There we go. June 21st, Detention Center Visitors Room. Hey, Nick! I've been waiting. She looks so helpless. So? How was it? What did you find out? Well, I found a few things. Is it so bad you can't even look me in the eye? I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise. I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. No, it's fine, Maya. So, how was it? Today's trial, I mean. You were fantastic, Nick! Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick? The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in that room with the two of us, right? Well, I mean, there was the ghost. Yeah, and also this. Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lotta said, too. Nick? Yeah? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because I don't think you have it in you, Maya? Because of something Mia told me. Oh yeah, and also because we need to believe in our clients. It's important, right? My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. Oh yeah, there was that, wasn't there? When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now you mention it, wait, then I really am? You're not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray. That's... Yeah... You then gotta think, who benefits? Who benefits from Maya getting set up as a killer? I mean, you both have who benefits from Dr. Gray's death and who benefits from framing Maya for it. Which could be two separate people. So, I mean, obviously, Eenie Meenie benefit, in a way, from Dr. Gray's death in terms of revenge. Morgan Fay benefits from Maya getting arrested. Yeah, Pearl's guardian, exactly. She's the person who benefits from setting Maya up. And she's the person with opportunities to do it. Pearl's alibi. I want to ask you something about Pearls. Pearly? What about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, you don't think she did it, do you? No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never! She's a great kid and really cute. And really great. And cute! I didn't really think she was the murderer. But she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah, the two of us. We were playing with her ball. A ball, huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. So, about this ball. It's nothing really special, just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. Pearly really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball, huh? When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box. The clothing box? The clothing box. Yeah! Pearly's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we've seen it. The clothing box in the side room, huh? Alright, that's where we need to go then. Oop. June 21st, Korean Village. Ah, Lotta is out here now. Hey, wait! Please, Lotta! She ran off into the manor. Alright! June 21st, Fey Manor Meditation Room. Lotta! Yeah! Hey! I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm here for other reasons, Lotta. I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust. Hello, Amy. I don't want to talk to you right now. June 21st, Fey Manor Side Room. I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction. It doesn't look like she's here. There we go, there's a ball. Steel Samurai ball. It's Pearl's ball. My thing's always kept in the clothing box. So then, what's it doing on the floor? Pearl's ball, taken. Pearl's ball, Pearl's favourite toy. She was playing with this at the time of the murder, it seems. It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. I wonder what's inside. Ha! What? What were you doing in there? What were you thinking? I'm a bad person, just another piece of human trash. I need a hole to crawl into. Why? How does she fit in there? I think there's enough room for a human being in there, just about. So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. Is the small hole in this clothing box at about the same height as the bullet hole in the folding screen by any chance? Yep, yes it is. It's about 8 inches off the ground. It's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this... That's how you can fit a person behind that folding screen without anyone actually seeing them. Clothing box added to the court record. There's a hole that looks like a bullet hole about 8 inches off the ground. What I want to know is there gunpowder residue on the inside of that clothing thing? It's the clothing box where Pearls keeps her ball. I felt my soul take off for a sec when Lotta jumped out at me. So it's big enough to fit a grown adult. Well, if she can be called an adult. Right. Let's try and find Pearls, I guess. Now that we know what she was doing at the time of the murder. June 21st, Fey Manor Meditation Room. Oh, Mr. Nick! That person ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair. She means Lotta. She said, "Don't look at me with them eyes." But not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. Can we just show her her ball? Oh no, wait, so that was the clothing chest, that was not the ball. No, it was the ball. Okay. Alright, so we can't just show her that way, we've got to... No, we've got to do the Magatama. I think we have the stuff to get through now, maybe. Pearl's alibi. Alright. We'll just skip in this again, where... When the murder was taking place, she was in the Winding Way. What was she doing? She was playing with her ball. You were playing with this ball, right? That's right! How did you know? Well, there goes one. Maya told me you love to play with your ball. Yeah. I was playing with my ball. Mm-hmm. And then? Something happened, huh? Something really bad? What do you mean? Something? Nothing happened. This is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. The fact that this looks really rather broken. I mean, that was on the Winding Way. And it doesn't look in good shape. Pearl, did you accidentally break the sacred urn? And you don't want anyone to know because your mum is going to be real mad about it. This urn, it's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the Korean technique is sealed in here, isn't it? Yes. What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there. Please don't tease me. Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet. Isn't it? I guess? So it's not that weird to have a few cracks. Her voice is shaking. Tell that it's been broken. Because that doesn't say Amy on it. It says I am. Can this 8-year-old not read? Well, I guess in the Japanese it would probably be kanji, right? We had Abby somewhere in here. Yes, there it was. There she was. Who started the Korean channeling technique? Huh? Oh, it was Mr. Kami. That's right. And how do you spell her name? Do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn and made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together again. Ah, okay, the successful unlock recovers our health. That's good. That's good. I was worried about trying to get through Eeny Meenies with almost no chances. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the Winding Way with my ball. And that's when you broke the urn. Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mr. Gammy's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. The broken pieces were pretty big, so... You thought you could put them back together and no one would notice? Yes. I'm surprised you managed to get it into the right shape by putting them in the wrong places. I found some glue and brought it to the hallway and fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean the Winding Way? Yes. The channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So, about how long did it take you? That must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I'm not nearly as skilled. When I'd finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's around when Lotta and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? I'm gonna get banished, aren't I? No, I think you'll be fine. I really don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I bet Mr. Gammy's happy to be free from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done, and a happy resolution. Phew. Sacred urn updated in the court record. Broken by Pearl right before the murder, under repair in the hallway until the police came. I mean, seriously, good job getting it into the right shape with the pieces in the wrong place. I mean, seriously. That's skill. Okay, so that solves Pearls. We've just got Eeny's now. Or maybe there's still some stuff we can find. We haven't been in the channeling chamber on this trip yet. Oh, there we go. Hey, Morgan. Yes, what is it? And must you be so noisy? We have a rule here. The hallway is not for running. Now then, in a calm manner, ask your question. Okay, anyway, did you see Lotta come by here? Ah, that girl from the Heartland. I'm sorry, but she did not pass by here at any time. And Lotta was running, I think, rather than us. I think we've been accused of running. Because Lotta was running. Actually, we were probably running after Lotta, weren't we? Lotta! You sure know how to waste a man's time. Do I have anything new I can talk about? Nope. Do I have anything new I can look at? Nope. Alright, maybe we can find Lotta outside. June 21st, Karain Village. Phew, I think I've found out everything I can. I can't see how it all adds up. And is Eenie Meenie being here just a coincidence? And don't we still need to... Or do we not do that at the unlock with Eenie Meenie yet? Hey, mister! How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wants to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Enie's sister. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix! I'm talking to you! Wish I knew a little more about Eenie, but where am I gonna find info like that? Oh, I get it! You can't be bothered to look over at a trash like me, is that it, Mr. High and Mighty? That... Lotta! Oh, so you finally noticed! Once I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful to you for chasing this large lump of one around like this. Thanks? But you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? And as for following or chasing or whatever it is, isn't that what you're doing? Well, you see... Well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with a lady's heart, are you? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt Maya really badly, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me. I think we can forgive her. It wasn't entirely her fault. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Thank goodness, I'm still... What? No, nothing at all. Just talking to myself, you know. Gibberish. Now then, Lotta Heart at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I dug up. Thanks. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this info for free. Lots of not taking money. Now I know this one's an alien clone. Alright, what about the murderer? If Maya is not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotta? Well, heck! Ain't it obvious? It's that occult freak. You mean eeny meeny? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That granny, you and me, we were all together that whole time. So, Lotta suspects Eenie. Which means she might have already found out some info about our mysterious Eenie. But since it's not turning up there, I guess we're gonna have to ask her by presenting profiles. I wonder who else she could tell us about. But we are after Eenie right now. That's Eenie Meenie, right? Yeah. I was wondering if you know anything about this girl. Yeah, they're going to the same college, right? So she should know something. You know, actually I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I'd heard as much. I'd also heard that Eenie was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Karain Village. You know, say, that's one sneaky gal if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? Yes, I do. I'm guessing that comes up into talk now. We can't ask our profile isn't in here. I wanted to tell me about Morgan. That old lady sure can be forceful. She scared me that day. Well, only a little now, you hear. What about the nurse? Nope, don't know nothing about that. Things that don't catch my eye don't catch my interest. And she calls herself a journalist. Alright, what do you think about Francisca von Karma? Hey, this is that prosecutor gal. The one that likes breaking all the rules. Switches are for horses and lights, not people. How's that? I made a pretty clever pun, didn't I? Sorry, didn't hear you. Yeah, well, I'll forgive the wax in your ears this once and tell it to you one more time. Hey, what about Dr. Gray? It's that Dr. Gray guy. It's a pity what happened to him. Pretty scary what ghouls and ghosts can do to a man, huh? God rest his poor soul. Since when was Lotta so religious? What about Maya? Now this kid, I think she needs to be taught some manners. This is her second time in the stew, right? My pa would have slapped me straight. Yeah. You know what they say? If there's a second time, there's bound to be a third and a fourth. You didn't have to slap me. I get it. Sorry. What about Gumshoe? I'm just interested in finding out what she thinks about everyone now. I swear I've seen his face before. Maybe during that last case. Whenever something happens, this detective guy's always there. I wonder if he's the real baddie behind everything. If he was, he's putting on an incredible act, Lotta. Somehow, I highly doubt it. And Pearl. I overlooked this little kid. What do you mean? I mean, I didn't think it, but you know how it's always them silent types? Huh? Wait. Little tyke's nothing but a ball of happy goodness, right? So I reckon she's the type to have done it. Well, now that's just how the world turns. I don't think this has anything to do with how the world turns. She's not going to know anything about Maya. Sorry, Mia even. Or Amy. Okay, right. I think we're done. So, about Eni. Speaking of Eni, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? It'll cost you, and it'll cost a lot. I thought you said you were giving me this for free. Oh, silly me. Here I thought free meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? Why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckon, so I didn't actually go there. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds... Ew, I mean, look, don't blame this on... Oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Let's go check out this hottie clinic. Hottie clinic, huh? June 21st, Hottie clinic, reception. So this is where Eni was hospitalized. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? That is quite a grin. Yes. Are you a doctor here? Yes. I'm Director Hottie. I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes. So, what can I help you with? I mean, I'd love it if you stopped scratching. You're making me itchy. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eenie Meenie. Miss Meenie. Miss Eenie Meenie. Yes. Oh. Huh. Ah, it's too bad. I'll tell you something. That girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Ah, sweetums. Calm down, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start that sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful towards their boss. Is this actually their boss, though? Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Okay, I got it. I got it. Yes. Yes? Huh? Don't, yes, me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie! Haha! The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the inhumanity. Only person I can talk to. It's this guy. Who I am not convinced is the director. So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Clearly not itches. Yes, we treat all sorts of doctory, clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory, clinical stuff. Well, I don't actually know or particularly care about the details. Ho ho. What is that look for? Ah, yes. There's a really big general hospital around the corner. Yes. When they can't accommodate everyone, they move some of their patients here. Uh-huh. You do surgeries here, right? Yes. We do some plastic surgery here, it seems. Plastic surgery. Well, that's hella suspicious. I guess that does explain why these two don't really look very much alike despite being sisters. Did Eni get her face changed so that she could get back at Dr. Gray without Dr. Gray realizing who she was related to? It seems. Yes, it seems that way. Right. What do you know about Mazzini meaning? Now you're talking. Yes, that girl, she was transferred from the general hospital. I don't like the expression on your face now, sir. From the general hospital to here. What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad, really bad. So, what kind was it? Yes, well, no, you see, that is something, no, I can't tell you. Well, yeah, I kind of figured. So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director. See, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. Yes, I'm aware. Doctor-patient confidentiality. Man, I'm getting so itchy from watching him scratch. It's really bothering me. In all those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes? I'm never going to get into unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. It's gotta be something I can show to this old coot. How about talk to me, I'm an attorney? This badge has got to get us into some things, right? What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What is with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. The trial is tomorrow, and I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually, I'm not the real director. Really? Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly's brain knew that. What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. I'll give you something. Real information, okay? I'm actually this clinic's... see, I am like this place's walking dictionpedia. A dictionary and an encyclopedia? You mean walking encyclopedia? Yes, that. And my specialty is in young, silky, smooth, haughty patients. Yeah, okay, you are a creep. Got it. Nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? Oh, anyway, you wanted to know about little Miss Eeny Meeny, right? Little Miss Eeny Meeny? That girl, I remember her especially well, really especially very well. Do I even want to know what you remember about her, dude? Please tell me what you know about Eeny Meeny. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, that's right, she was transferred here from the General Hospital. Yes, you told me that much already. This was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. How long ago was the car crash? A year ago. Was Eeny also in the car crash that killed her sister? A huge injury. Her whole body was wrapped around and round in bandages and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, alright. Yes, it was an accident. Accident. Scary, yes. Cars. Yes. You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Yes, I looked it all up, I did. It was terrible. Yes. Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation? Are you talking about Miss Eeny's operation? Yes, Miss Eeny's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like bad toast. It was bad, very bad. Her whole face, you say? Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Eeny had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. It has occurred to me it's equally possible that, that could be either of the sisters, right? We wouldn't know for sure. If they both got burned up so bad you couldn't really tell. Picture? That girl! See, she had just gotten her license. So she just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh. So, see, I got her picture. The way to remember. Yes, well, more like swipe. Breach of ethics? Oh, wait. What? A pretty girl like her? I bet she has lots of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. License photo added to the court record. Enie's photo for her driver's license. Director Hottie's treasured possession. Okay. So, you looked up information on Enie's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it, do you remember? Yes. Hold on. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. You have it. Well, don't get me wrong. I thought something like this might come up, so... Obsessive to the max. But I bet I could learn about how to stay on a lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Enie was in the passenger's seat. The passenger's seat, huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Enie fought with the door, finally got it to open, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in the article. Yes. Newspaper clipping 2 updated in the court record. New clue. I should probably look this over. I know it was updated, this one. Highway of Nightmares, May 24th. Late last night, two women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Miss Enie Meenie holds interview about crash. I was totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was still half asleep, but I opened the right door and got out. I don't remember anything else. This is also where I go, will this have been updated when they changed the setting from Japan to America? Because those two countries drive on different sides of the road. Assuming she means the right-hand door and not the, correct door. But in America, the right-hand door would, yes, put her in the passenger seat. In Japan, it would put her in the driver's seat. So, who knows? I don't remember anything else. Doctor lurking in the shadows? If Miss Enie Meenie is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Meenie. Mimi Meenie was the nurse at Grey Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? It's been half a year since Miss Enie had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yes, so how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, Well then, I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eni I said hi, okay? Yes? It's time for me to leave too. Yes. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. Right. We've got some more stuff to throw in Eni's face, I think, now. June 21st, Korean Village. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking too well. Yeah, so earlier that old granny called the cops. The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. Really, now? Yeah, but honestly, I tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing the master's seed and controlling the village folk. And now you see what it's turned into. A murder, that's what. Stealing the master's seed, huh? Yeah, I mean, we could try and give Morgan the benefit of the doubt and be like, yeah, maybe it's something she only just remembered, but equally... Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on! What? That stuff you were just talking about, that's the first I've heard of it. Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Misty Faye, but the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Really now? Morgan was supposed to be the master. Morgan was supposed to become the master? Now, why is that? So I heard the master has always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter. Turns out that old bat is Misty Faye's older sister. Oh. They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Yeah, well, I guess it wasn't that way this time, huh? Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny Bear lost to her younger sister Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things, too, like she's the oldest, and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master? Disgraceful. Well, that's very rude of everyone, isn't it? Wow, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Really now? Anyway, about Eni meeting. Do you know where Eni is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around that garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Boy, do I. Yeah, I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. also love to ask Maya about her aunt. Or maybe ask Morgan herself. June 21st, Fay Manor, Winding Way. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. Like, what's with that scary look on your face? Yeah, we need to Magatama this. Traffic accident. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, that Dr. Grey guy made my sister fall asleep? And, like, that's all I have to say about that? Interesting. Yini just asked whose accident. Which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me more about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like you got someone in mind? I do. It's you. I guess. Do I just present the newspaper clipping itself? I guess. Oh, wow. So, like, that person had a car accident too? You can't tell me you don't know. Like, how would I know if that person, like, had an accident? Oh. Besides, like, I'm an occult fan, not an ambulance chaser like you. Well, I guess I've actually got to show her her own profile, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I guess we did have to go through profiles then. Okay, yes, this is right. I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. You. So, wow, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? Okay, this is what we need the newspaper clipping for. Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from a year ago. It says, Miss Eeny Meeny holds interview about crash. Yeah. You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait? What now? That's not me! Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me? Girl. Girl. My name, Eeny Meeny, is, like, pretty common. No. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Meeny, is in here too. Like, totally. Wow, what a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized? Actually, yes, we have this. Because Director Hottie is a perv. This is your proof. Like, oh, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So? There was a certain patient there. He is quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. I mean, honestly, if they reconstructed her face to match this photo, they did a very good job. That creepy fake director! Now are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, oh, wait a sec. Okay, so like I was in an accident, sure. But that's like totally not related to this murder. Actually it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And that woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in that accident could be... I suppose I'm supposed to present her sister, but I'm starting to get really suspicious that her sister swapped places. I believe it was your sister, Mimi. Mimi, you were riding in your sister's car while she drove. Or you were driving your sister's car. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Ah, good. Our health is back at full now. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were like on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed from my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't look very easy to get out of the right-hand side of that car. Whereas it looked like it would be a lot easier to get at the left-hand side. I don't know if maybe this is just a piece of art that hasn't been flipped to... But hey. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? Like, he was totally out to get my sister? He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back? I wonder. This does give Eni a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. It seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? but it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm gonna serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah? Very difficult to catch you, would it? I think she just admitted to us that she killed the guy. Well, goodbye. Yeah, we've just got to prove it in court, and it feels like there's a relatively good way for her to manage it as well. Looks like something's up. Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone! Oh, hey! Hold on, okay, pal. Okay, pal. Hold on, okay, pal. I'm not gonna hurt. Oh, dear. It is perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too! No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... Ah, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Yeah, look, it's a... Is he trying to show her a gun again? Yeah, it's a real pistol. Detective, do not upset me further. Ah, sorry. Poor Gumshoe, being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Ow. Yeah. Who's taking who in at this point, huh? Mother. What happened? Mother. This has never happened before. Pearls. Mr. Nick. I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. I'm terrible at this. Well, why was it? Mr. Nick, what about Mr. Maya? She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mr. Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. Fine. Please, Mr. Maya needs you by her side. Yeah, but you could come with me, pal. This tear is really piercing. Ugh. Well, if you insist, I'll go see Maya. June 21st, 6:38 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Oh, it's Mia, not Maya. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia? So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. If memory serves, Mia had a few cyclocks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure. I welcome you to try. Yeah, let's try. Come on, Phoenix. We don't have time to be looking at things like this. We need to find out everything we can for the trial tomorrow. Okay. Oh, right. We've got to go through these again. Mia? Yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean. Why do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, a battle of wits against Mia. Oof. But before that, we're going to talk about the other things. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like, how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? Before the channeling, I think. You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started. Which means the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. That's what I think, in any case. Maya already said there wasn't anyone else in there. That's true. But if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see this day. Are you actually asking me about spirit channeling? This case is all about spirit channeling. And I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling is something our ancestor, Mystic Amy Faye, acquired. I've heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism. I am going to mess this pronunciation up real bad, probably. Amitabha. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Karain sacred urn. It usually sits in the Winding Way and has her name written on it. Yeah. Ah, come on, Phoenix. It's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? Okay, let's psychlock it then. Unless we've got something else we need to talk to her about. Possibly not. The murderer. Yeah, even if her soul was sealed, it ain't anymore, that's true. Phoenix? You think I'm hiding information about someone from you? Isn't that right? Yeah. Alright then. Tell me who you think I'm protecting. Who do I think Mia is protecting? Well, it's got to be a member of her family. So it's Maya or Morgan or Pearl. And I don't know if... I kind of want to say Morgan?
Take that!
Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, but... While the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else. Which means she already has an alibi. That's true. But that doesn't mean she wasn't involved. I want to say that it was her and Eni working together. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. Okay, evidence that would cast suspicion on Morgan Fay. I mean, maybe the clothing box? Oh, the cloth scrap? The cloth scrap is definitely a good one. Yeah, let's go with that.
Take that!
The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the Winding Way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes. But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? Change them into a set with a bullet hole in them. I don't know why, but there's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood! And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Yeah, that's something we should really be sending off to a police lab, but it's not like we have easy access to that. Do you have any proof that piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? Do I have any proof? Like, there isn't anything missing here. Do I have any proof? I still want to know how on earth the blood splatters are where they are. Well, I mean, I suppose he got shot and stabbed, so maybe the wounds were at the sides. I don't know if I have proof of this. I mean, I guess we can prove that the clothing box was in the room, but that doesn't sort the thing that we need to be sorted. Do I have any proof? Oh, right. Because of where the key was found. Because Pearls found it in the incinerator. So the key that Maya had on her being found in the incinerator kind of proves that the cloth in the incinerator was from her, I guess. This is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key. And yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes. And then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There was only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me, but I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? She had help. How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? An accomplice. I mean, also she needed a gun and a knife. Right, I think I want to present Eni to this. Eeny meeny. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Eeny meeny were in cahoots. Phoenix, I can't believe you had to go through all that to work out what I'd worked out. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. person would have to know a lot about the Fey Manor and the village itself to do this. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eeny Meeny is involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Well, it's not like she wants to kill Dr. Gray. She wants to frame Maya and take back the position that she feels that it should be hers because she was the oldest daughter, right? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eeny. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there is only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? Power. And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She is the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? No, not yours, Phoenix! Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fey. Mia and Maya's mother? Why would she bring her up now? Now then. Looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Hopefully. June 22nd, 9:51 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and... well... I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. I'm not sure if that's what she's doing, Pearl. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I'm sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Then Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly? Not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Yeah, your aunt isn't here to support you, Maya. It's kind of the opposite. And we don't want Pearl seeing this. June 22nd, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all across the world. Really? You think people in all over the world are going to be that interested in this, Francisca? I mean, really? All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Seriously, how does Pearl's clothing even accommodate Mia that much? Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Well, yeah, that means it won't be news if you win another one. Everyone's just going to be like, oh yeah, Von Carriage won another trial, whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? They clearly can't change that much, given that, she's a little oversized for both Maya and Pearl's clothes. But the fact that there isn't really a difference between how oversized she is for either of those. Does that mean that Pearl's just wearing rather oversized clothes, or? Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. A very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Oh, all right, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? How did you figure that one out? But Miss Von Karma. And how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said it wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe this is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Oh, Mia, she seems really torn by this. Also, isn't Morgan going to be mad at us? We've got Pearl here, or, well, technically we don't have Pearl here. Technically we have Mia here. And Pearl is elsewhere, but... Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Yeah. I don't think anyone really cares. Well, the judge cares. Yeah, but I'm not sure if Morgan knew that before. Because Morgan wasn't here before. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. The spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... yes, that is... You, be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. You want us to demonstrate the spirit severing technique right here? I mean, I guess we've got a spirit that you could do that with, but... I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Falsity is a weird word. It's a weird word. I'm not saying it's not a word, I'm just saying it's weird. It doesn't feel like the right word. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Right, after we had the gunshots, Lucy broke the door open. I don't think we need to do anything with that. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady contact the police. Yeah. The pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. I would like more information about this daze, I guess. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness? Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover the cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question further. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. Informed of what? That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Yeah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes. Very well. Oh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I am ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she'd run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. It doesn't feel easy for her to hit the base of your neck with great strength. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
Hold it!
Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well now what? Poke. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. I can't see a crack in her testimony. What should we do? For now, we should try to get more information out of her. After we get more information from her, we may be able to use it later to our advantage. Well, I guess we pressed the ones we didn't press yet. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, wow. Thank you, I guess? Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? The repair bill for breaking down the door. I guess the door frame probably needs replacing. Or the door. Or both. Definitely the lock. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madame? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. What did you why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. is what I thought to myself. Bullshit. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. You mean aside from the fact that she's lying to the court, Judge? And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. If we believe that she's telling the truth, sir, which I don't. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that's exactly what we should be. Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Meenie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Was she heck? I do not believe that she was sleeping in the side room. I do believe she was curled up in a clothing hamper behind the screen with a gun. Also, I'm still not 100% certain that is Eenie Meenie. Eenie Meenie? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Meenie. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Meenie, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? God, as a judge, the judge needs to do some research. Right? Yes, sir. But the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Meanie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Meanie, please. My sister? Like, this is what she said to me? That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Meanie? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. Which still means it's not Maya that did it. So why are we even doing this? He was killed by a ghost. Right, let's just go. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt. The defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Okay. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there was sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Is a food allergy something you can just sleep off? I thought it was a bit more of a problem than that. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I'm not, as far as I'm aware, allergic to anything. But I'm pretty sure it's worse than that, right? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Do you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room? Oh, so like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more like clear about it? Really? Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Well, she deliberately didn't answer what time it was, didn't she? Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. I want to strangle her. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. More than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright. The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Meanie? You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult? But I like know all about the Karain channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said? Should I drop this line of questioning? Oh, absolutely not. Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Oh, yeah, of course it is. It's very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. All right, Mr. Wright. Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal. Oh, did it, heck? It was covered in blood. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I think you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. Blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order! Order! Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. That. What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Oh, well, That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. Well, mainly the people who are guilty. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. Right, Nick? Like, what? Why is Francesca allowed to do this? Whipping the judge, whipping the witnesses, whipping the defense. Now hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. It was on the white part as well. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Right. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No. All right, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Yep. Clicked on the options button by accident.
Objection!
Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. No! She's not free to ignore me. I'm the defense. I get to ask her questions. That's my job. Like, okay. Breathe. Get me out of here. Can I just present that picture and just go, purple? Really? I'm gonna just press it for now. You didn't see the blood. Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. Yeah, what do you mean by this? And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Meanie, like at that time? Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew. She said she did something really bad. And she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. How does your sister know Miss Morgan? Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah? Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe taking her revenge on Dr. Gray made her feel a whole lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says, with her whip at the ready. And Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie? Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? What do you mean? When you... Several options here. But I think I want to go with, we know that something was happening in the Winding Way at this time. So I'm going to go with when you were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly, now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Yes. I asked because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Ms. Meany, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. Well, really? Because you should have done. I finally found the fault. Or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Yeah? I already, said I didn't see, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, totally say anything about, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I proposed that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. Pearl. Well, I hope Morgan isn't watching. And also, sorry, Pearl. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the Center Garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Miss Meany. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meany. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meany, tell us the truth. What? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Absolutely not. Your lies end here. What? The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? In her testimony, in the evidence, or mere help. In her testimony or in the evidence? I don't know. In the evidence. It's got to be the testimony. Because I can't think of anything. Yeah, I don't think we have anything in here right now. No. In her testimony. Yeah, the third option is help, I'm scared. Exactly. Earlier in your testimony, Ms. Meany, you made the following statement. And, like, Ms. Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We'd gone to call the police. And so? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Ms. Meany, how did you know that fact? Oh, yeah, shit! Yeah, if she was asleep in the side room, how did she know that Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Ms. Meany, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Ah! But look at the Manor Guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Ms. Meany, please answer the question.
Objection!
Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Oh, it's not baseless. I have a base for this. Well, I suppose since you've put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meeny. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Pretty much, there. Miss Meany was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meany was at the scene of the crime. Order! 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 What was that before he got whipped? That's why, that is... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Eenie Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Over here. Pretty much, like, right here.
Take
Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk! Wow, there's a lot of holes in that beret now. It's like Swiss cheese. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. Now, Miss Meanie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this.
Take that!
Ms. Meanie, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Hello, True Gamer. Welcome to the stream. A box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Plotter disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. Clothing box is in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right! I was sleeping there, so I should know. I mean, we did see Lotta Hart hide in it, so we know that a grown woman can fit in it. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. You see, now she's got her eyes open. She does, in fact, look like her sister. Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Absolutely! And now, I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. That would be the folding screen with the hole in it. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen! It had a hole at the same height! That's right! I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. And then into the sleeve of a spare set of clothes that were in the box. Which then, when the clothes were changed, means that the clothes that we have a bullet hole in them. Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. How did you not get hit? Well, the thing is, I think she was the one with the gun. I think she fired it through the box, through the screen. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order! Order! So what you're saying is... Then, Mr. Phoenix writes, what about this picture? Oh yeah, you're right, then there's the clothes. I think Eni didn't get hit by sheer luck, actually, then. Then, Mr. Phoenix writes, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eni Meenie? Oh, it could be, actually. Because as we've just established, her eyes do look like that when she's got them open. Yes, it could be that Maya was drugged and put into that clothing box. And Maya almost got hit. That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eni Meenie. You were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix writes, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Yeah, I know. Not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Ms. Von Karma. You said it was not possible for one person, correct? Well, you can't be serious. Ms. Meenie. You had an accomplice. That accomplice was Morgan Fay. This person! If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fay? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Ms. Meenie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Oh, right, so yeah, then Dr. Gray whipped out his pistol, because he was still alive, and shot, and that shot is what proves this entire thing happened in the first place. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meany, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Which is probably why it's in a really weird position, I guess. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. And yeah, that explains why Maya's costume was also covered in blood. Because she was there when the guy got stabbed. So... Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. And it's time for our suspect to break down. I need some more water. I will be right back. And I'm back. Let's see Eeny Meeny fall apart. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Ms. Von Karma, surely. Wait, was it Von Karma who was laughing? Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose such due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Yep, well, that's, Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I have a motive. Yes, you do. Motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What's her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. The newspaper clipping.
Take that!
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name. You think you did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm like going to explain, so like please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. I don't know about that, lady. I don't know about that. You might not have had the opportunity to take revenge before now. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. It was, like, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her head persona. However, you see, yeah, pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. You haven't given me a chance to do it. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Meenie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. There is. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Yep. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See? Like, it's just as I told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Meenie. No. I still need to... Mia's, hold it. Hold it! Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. Oh, all right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, That girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay. So it's not that she had to kill Dr. Gray in revenge for what happened in the car crash. It's that she had to kill Dr. Gray because he was looking for answers about the car crash. And if he talked to the spirit of the girl who died in that car crash, I think he would find out that it isn't who we thought died. I am going with Mimi Meanie stole Mimi Meanie's face. And life. And doesn't want anyone to know. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Ms. Meanie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Yes. I'm not totally confident here, but I know I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Ms. Meanie had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Interesting. I will let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't care if you're my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. Away! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec here. We're getting a recess. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible! Why? Why would my aunt? Is this her or is this still Mia? Everything is good. No, Mr. Phoenix Wright, sir. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright, so it's gotta be... Francisca? No, probably Morgan. Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. No, it is Francisca. Everything is going as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There we go. Yeah, the judge wants a break from whatever's going on here. Yeah. Miss Von Karma, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Yeah, it's me, because you're backing the losing horse here. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meenie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive? Yeah, we're getting there. We'll get there, Edie. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Meenie, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired when she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. Also, this doesn't look like Edie. This one has longer hair. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this accident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumours, totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meenie's sister. Yes, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Yeah, something really bad? What kind of really bad, huh? That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? I heard it was because of the medicines got, mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Meenie? No way! Dr. Gray, wanted to blame it on my sis? That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. That's where you're wrong, Miss Francesca von Karma. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Meenie's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Meenie is the one who made the mistake. But, it really wasn't my sis? She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? Oh, press harder, absolutely. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't like have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie. Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. No, wait. Like, am I really... Wait. Where's the amendment? The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at like 1 AM or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. So like I hadn't slept and was working like real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired this accident happened. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I like gave an interview after the accident. Like that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. Alright, here's where she had it. I like didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her. Oh, we know you had your license. Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Meanie? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. How did you know he was perverted? No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Yeah, witness, when did you receive your driving license? And remember that we can look up this information. This information will literally be in the archives of whatever institution does that in whatever country this is in. In the UK it would be the DVLA. Like, this information will be on a database somewhere. Like, last November? What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-a-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meany did not have a driver's license. Ugh. Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I mean, legally, yeah. But, you know, they could have switched drivers, just completely illegally. We appear to be assuming that this lady follows the laws. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Hmm? Yeah! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Miss Meany, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Meany, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I mean, it's in your name, being mean. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars. Yeah, you and me both, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You and me both. But... what kind of car was it? It was a new car? Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. Okay. And here's where I question how much of this has been localized. Because the UK does drive on the same side of the road as Japan, but the localized game is supposed to be in the US, so... how much of this has been localized? And what side of the car were you in, young lady? The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? Yeah, West Coast US, right? That's where we're supposed to be. Which means that that car is the wrong way around. Potentially. I feel like that's probably the whole point of pointing out it was an import, is to go, yes, this car was the wrong way around. So yeah, that image that we saw, it's not that anyone forgot to flip it, it was flipped, I guess. And so the... Yeah, and so yeah, she would have gotten out of the passenger side really easily, because that was the side that wasn't all covered in flame. Wait, no, that doesn't work. I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure we'll get there. And it was a really special model? She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive? Yes, because in order to transport cars, you do kind of have to put them on a boat, and that boat does take a long time. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars. Well, I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes. Please have the witness append what she's just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is, either. Miss Meanie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. Once again, please tell me more about this car. I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Yeah, good question. Good question. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. Yes, there we go. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Yeah, like I know my friends who are more into cars sometimes get interested in importing cars from Japan, but that's because they've got the right side to them. They drive on the same side. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? I mean, I can't agree with you there, Phoenix, right? What do you know? Take the pair at the end of the one where it starts the raw feeling of more manual transmission. Yeah, that is meanie, isn't it? That's not eeny at all. That's the car-obsessed sibling. Forgive me? Personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Yeah. I can't answer anything about why British cars are good. My car is technically French. Was your sister good at driving? She was like totally awesome. She like said she was going to be the like racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my Gretchen off track again. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, I like immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled like in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path, I know it. Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Right. It was a totally special model from England? So, can I... Yeah, 'cause, like... if this is a car from England and she got out of the right door, then she was in the driver's seat. So, I think if we present this to it... I think? Miss Meany. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out? That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's is on the left side. That would be if it was an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car. Or a Japanese car. Or there's a couple of other places. And I can't remember off the top of my head. That's it! The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Yeah. What do you mean by this? Ms. Meany, you said you'd escaped using the right side door of the car. Yeah, the majority of the world is, I think, left-hand drive. But yeah, there's definitely several places. It's definitely more than just the UK and Japan, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Can't remember about Australia or New Zealand. Anyway. But if you were sitting there, Then that means you were in the driver's seat. Yeah, Order! Order in the court! Order! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blubbering nonsense again. Enid said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Meanie. That is what Enid said, yes, but that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you've finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all of the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Enid or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? I still really want to say it was Mimi because I'm still convinced she stole her sister's face. I'm just gonna say... because she knew she could pass it off as someone else dying, because... well, there wasn't enough information, was there? And if she wants to escape all of the things about the incident at the hospital, whether or not she was actually responsible for the incident at the hospital, it was still a stain on her record. So I think... yeah, I think Mimi was driving and I think you're Mimi, but I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be saying. No, Mimi. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Meanie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Meanie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is Mimi Meanie. Mimi Meanie. That is your real name. Man, if I'd got that wrong, it would have taken off half the health bar, huh?
Objection!
Of all the foolish dribble! But then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. I guess there's the question of what happened to with the hair colour. I mean, maybe all her hair was burned off. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Meanie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. The body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eenie Meanie. Isn't that right, Ms. Mimi Meanie? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Meanie. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meanie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the car crash, Mimi Meanie. But he was going to find out really quickly that she wasn't dead. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Meanie was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening at all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. What? Miss Von Karma. Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Meanie. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Meanie wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Meanie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Meanie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse! 14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable! Plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk! If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all! I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as... why did Ms. Meanie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Ms. Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I can't expect. Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Oh. And one more for good measure. I'd like to file an assault case. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix, Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham! Now, dear, just because you don't get your own way doesn't mean that it's anyone else's fault. Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 3. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Killed anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis? In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? A box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Well, that one's not your fault. I mean, neither of those are your fault, but... Your aunt got herself into this. Hey, Nick, tell me! Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible! Why would she help Mimi Meanie with a plan like that? I don't understand it, Nick! Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer! The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Pearl. Mostly because we don't have Misty in here. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was also Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? Also, is Mia still being channeled, or did we just reveal something to Pearl that is not great for her? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement, cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. And that is the end of this case. A new episode has been added. Turnabout. No, I wasn't trying. Oh right, we're going to go into the save anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to start the new case yet because, given the time, it seems better to just leave it till next time and just call this one slightly early. So I will call it here. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun. We made it through. If you're new and you've enjoyed your time, consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule for this channel goes up both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the community or posts or whatever tab it is now, when I really need to check what it is. But this was the last scheduled stream of this week, so there will be a new schedule up. I think I'll wait till tomorrow to put the schedule up, mostly because the polls are still running for what's going into the Sakura Wars slot, and also because I would really like to know when the new Twisted Wonderland event's starting, because I suspect it's next week. So the schedule may be a little bit TBA when it goes up, actually. But tomorrow, Monday, will definitely be a stream. And that stream will be starting a new Otome game, which is going to be Charade Maniacs. So I hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thank you very much for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.